Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am going to get started with today's topic of being a side chick. Something that people have done intentionally, some people have done unintentionally. But today we're going to talk all about it. And I know you're wondering, why am I bringing up this topic? Oh, Tiff, are you a side chick? Are you talking about personal experience? Well, no, I'm not. But everybody's had experiences, and accidentally, I found out someone was dating someone else, so I guess would make me the side chick in retrospect. But uh no, I have no intention or want or desire to have that role, and I'm about to get into the reason why. But what I need you guys to do is to like this video. I need you to press the subscribe button for me. I need you to make sure that you engage and comment, because this is going to be a really good topic. I'm not going to take all of your time. I'm not going to make it too long, but let's get into why there is a downside to being a side chick. So, the number one thing, the number one thing I can say is, like I was just saying earlier, if you accidentally find out that your significant other is dating someone else and you did not know that, you are excused. You pick your feelings up, you go on, you move to the next person. If you decide to stay, it's probably out of a place of hurt. But if you don't know at first that this is what's going on, then you're excused. But if you continue to stay, it's still wrong. As bad as it hurts, you have to move along, because it does not get any better. And I'm going to tell you why. So, number one, being a side chick gives you temporary satisfaction, meaning it is not going to last forever. Good things don't last forever. That's what they say. And this is not something that is going to be uh, beneficial to you, because everything has its life shelf. Everything has its lifespan when it comes to being in this type of relationship. It's unhealthy. It's a thrill-seeking adventure type of situation. It is not meant to carry on and fester forever, because 9 out of 10 times it won't. There's fairy tale stories, and I don't know in what fairy tale I've read when I was younger, about someone dating someone else's man, and then the new person left his current girlfriend or wife, and the side chick lived happily ever after with Romeo or Prince Charming. It doesn't work that way. So, what I can tell you is, most of the time, it's short lived. It's just a thrill seeking adventure, fun thing that people do, but everything is going to stop once the fun and the thrill is over. Number two, you will never be viewed as a person, um, like a wife. You won't be looked at as a wife, because you're not a wife. You're the woman who's not the wife, that they get all the benefits from, that the wife is not giving them. Uh, does that sound fulfilling? I mean, maybe to some. Me personally, it does not sound fulfilling to me. I would not like to I would not like to have all the sides, but not the main entree. And that's exactly what you are doing, being a side piece, a side chick, something on the side, the other woman, whatever you want to call it, the mistress. All of it is one and the same. You will not be viewed as a person who is going to be taken seriously, because you are not taken seriously. You are taking for what it is in the fun time that you share, and nothing more or nothing less than that. People get caught up in thinking that they can change a man to make him be the person that um, they win over. They think they can conquer the man to make him what he's not, and that is theirs. And someone is never going to be yours, fully yours, when there's someone else's. It just doesn't happen that way. Uh, so that's the downside of being a side chick. You're not going to be viewed as a wife. You can be treated like a wife all you want to. You're never going to get that ring. That ring belongs to somebody else. And 9 out of 10 times, they do not leave their wife for you. You are a person that's on the side. Number 3. If the reaction from okay, so the wife, the girlfriend, they find out you're dead. Okay. This is a pandemic going on. All right. People are suffering from mental health. People are not in their right state of mind. People are angry. People are upset. If that person finds out, you don't know how they're going to react. And this is a lot of risk involved. You take a chance to seek that thrill and sacrifice getting beat up or worse, because you never know how the wife or the woman, the girlfriend, is going to take you messing with a man. So you cannot guarantee that being a side chick would be fulfilling, knowing that you might get your behind beat when you leave that hotel room, or you leave that person's house, or your man, their wife or girlfriend, is spying on you and decides to confront you. That reaction is not a guarantee that it's going to be appropriate. Number 3, that's the reaction. You shouldn't do it just on the strength of that. And let me just tell you, there's nobody in this world worth dying for or getting your behind beat over. No loving is that good at all. Number 4, you're wasting your time. That's the thing. When you're in this role, you're so caught up in having fun for the moment, and you're investing in something that is no return on your investments. It's like never winning a jackpot at the casino. That's what being a side chick is like. You're wasting your time. So just think about the return on your investment. You don't have a return on your investment when you're a side chick. The investment of time is just fun for the moment. It's no long-term investment. You want something that is going to be permanent if you're going to invest in it. So you have to be very careful when choosing this lifestyle, because just know ultimately you will be wasting your time, and it's not worth it when that could be going towards someone else who is worth it to build something with. You're getting leftovers and scraps, which is not good. Number 5, your second choice. You're never going to be a priority. Yes, you're never going to be a priority when you are the side chick. Um, you're never going to be the priority because somebody else has already got that title. And that's the thing. When it comes to side chicks, they think that they can be the priority, and they get upset when they're not the priority. They get upset when they feel like they're not treated like they deserve, but you're getting treated just as you deserve. Like the person on the side, like the person who is not the main course, like the person who's the side chick, the person who is not a priority. You'll never be a priority. You're second choice. Okay? And it's sad because some people just settle even knowing this. It's not fun to be waiting around while until your man is finished with someone else because you can't be with them right now. You're always going to be after. You're going to be an afterthought. You're going to be an after this and an after that. You're never going to be happy, 100% happy. Someone said in the comments, jealousy is dangerous. Jealousy is dangerous. Jealousy is dangerous, but I'm not exactly sure what aspect you mean in regards to the topic. Um, if you care to expand on that, then that'd be great. But being, second choice is never going to be fulfilling. And as women, we always want to be number one. We always want to have that time. We always want to be made time for. Some people are okay with taking what they can get. Me, I couldn't do that because I know my worth and I know that I deserve to have fulfillment. I deserve to have the time and the quality that I deserve because I feel like I bring quality to the table. So why not set yourself up with a person who can give you that time? And people get lazy. People get lazy this day and age. A lot going on. It seems like the ratio of men to women is higher, and the ratio of women is higher than men. So it's like not a lot of men out here, and I guess women are just settling, which isn't cool. But I need y'all to know that you'll never be a priority. Those side chicks out here, and that you're gonna have to live with that. And if that's okay for you being second or third choice, then it might be the situation for you. But most of the women out here, my audience, you know that that's not what y'all want. That's not truly what y'all want. All right. Um, what does it say? It can be breed dangerous situations in situations like yeah, it's dangerous. It's dangerous because you can get your butt kicked by somebody, the the raging wife who, you know, comes out of the bushes or comes from the car, tries to run you over. I mean, you really never know what type of state of mind someone can be in when they catch you with their significant other. You don't know what problems they've had in their relationships. You don't know what they struggled with. You don't know what they've done. You don't know anything about the real true meaning of their relationship and what they've been through, the sacrifices. Oh, you only know what he tells you. But listen, if you get somebody who done had enough, and you might be the second or third person he done cheated on with. You might be the person that pushes that wife or that girlfriend to the edge. And you know what they say? Don't push me because I'm close to the edge, trying not to lose my head. They will lose their head on you. Okay. So I just want you guys to know that you never be first. You never be first. High seconds, by seconds, high thirds, by thirds, whatever. Another reason why you can't be a side chick is because you don't get no holidays. You get holiday late. Okay. That means you get the day after the holiday, the day later. You get holiday late. Okay. You never get the Christmas. You never get the Valentine's Day. February 13th is your holiday. February 15th. You ain't getting the 14th. 14th is over. That is taken by the person who has that ring. This hand, right? Oh, ring. But it's taken by the person who has the ring, who has the commitment, who has the respect, who has everything that you don't. So you won't be celebrating no holidays. Don't be getting sad at Christmas. You thinking drinking eggnog, sitting in the chair, drinking your eggnog and your cookies, waiting by your kids, bugging you while you're running around and you cooking and wondering what your boyfriend's doing and he's with his wife, not thinking about you and playing family and all that happy stuff while you're sad and you're depressed with your eggnog and punch or whatever, or making your sweet potato pies or what have you. You have nobody. Sucks. It's sad. I mean, I chuckle out of sadness for those people who are experiencing that life, because this Christmas is going to be some of that going on. You're not going to be happy, because if you're being a side chick, who's happy on Valentine's Day knowing that they can't see the person until the next day, and after his wife finishes with him, you get all that's left over, all that side body parts or whatever left over. Yum. Sounds very fulfilling. No, it does not. It sounds horrible. It sounds like a place where you guys should not want to be. If you are, you should change your mentality, because it's not healthy or helpful. Okay. Who wants to have the day after the holiday? Who wants to not be able to bring that person that they love to Thanksgiving dinner, Easter dinner, travel out of town to go visit family? You can't do that when you are the side chick. This is a downside. Another thing is, you can never trust this person. Hell, if he's with you while he's dating his wife, how could you ever trust him? How could you ever trust someone who's lying to you? Are they telling you honest lies? Is there a such thing as that? I don't think so. I don't think that you can ever trust him and have a fulfilling relationship built off of a lie. Because if they lied to her, guess who they lying to? You. They're going to lie to you. They'll cheat with you. They'll cheat on you. These are facts. These are truths. Nobody's going to be faithful to you if they're not faithful to somebody else. They say, what is the saying? I'm trying to think. The way that you meet someone is the way that someone left someone else for you is the way that they'll leave you for them. You leave you for someone else. That makes sense? The way that someone else leaves you, the way that someone else leaves their girlfriend for you is the way that they're going to leave you for somebody else. It's just a never ending cycle. It's just the truth. You'll never be able to trust. You'll never be able to have that bond. You'll never get the ring because ain't nobody leaving because of you. You'll never be respected. That's another downside. You'll never be respected when you are a side chick. Look at the respect that they have for their wife or their girlfriend, having you around. So if that's good for you to be disrespected, then don't ever think that they're going to be changing to respect, because that's the last thing that they're going to do is respect you. So you just have to be willing to live with being disrespected and knowing that you're basically invaluable to that person. Now, again, if you did not know that your husband, that your significant other has a wife, has a girlfriend, then you, by all means, are at no fault in this situation. I feel sorry for you that you have to experience that pain. No good lying son of a gun did to you. But if you know that he was doing some cheating, if you know that you participated in this demise, the scandalous, then you ain't good. Might be a Jezebel. Might be a little Jezebel, a little hot in the pants. And karma may come back tenfold to you. That's another reason why you can't be a side chick. Because that karma, who wants that karma on you? I want that karma on you. It's going to happen. It goes around, comes around. And I believe that. My karma is strong. I know when people do me wrong, I see that karma all the way back on you. Boomerang effect right on you. But you do not want that. You do not want to be the cat lady. Because cat ladies once were cute too and probably had a boyfriend who had a wife and everything. But They didn't care. They were being nasty and scandalous, just going with the flow. Then they look up and got in so long that their significant other still around, but eventually leaves. Now all they got is their cats. Their cat lady now. Cat lady, the lonely lady who don't have nobody because she messed with somebody's man. Now they're 90. I mean, no, I'm sorry, I said 90. I'm being exaggerated. 70 years old, don't have nobody because they invested their time with the wrong person. They ain't got nobody. You don't want to do that. Let's see some of these comments. Agreed. You got to have low self esteem to settle for being second. That's so true. You do have to have some kind of self esteem issue, oftentimes depressed, anxiety. You know, ain't nothing in this world is worth that. It's not, because God forbid you have a baby with this person, you get pregnant. Your child would never come first. And as a mother, we all know how we want our children to come first. Our children are priority, and you want the other parent to be the priority if the parent is in the life. You don't want your child to come after another child. And then you can never spend any family time together as one whole family because that person has several families, you know, family here, family there, family everywhere, you know. What did they say? I think it was a air pilot who was a really good pilot. I can't remember what his name. He's famous. Y'all help me out if y'all know. But he had a family in Germany, I think. He had a family somewhere else in the United States, but he was a hero. But his personal life, he had several families. He was out there, but he was a American a hero for. I think is he the first person who flew a plane? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? I can't remember, but anyway, it's a true story about a pilot. Had several families. He's a hero, and to everybody, the face of whatever special, but his personal life suffered, because not suffered for him, but suffered for some ladies who didn't think he was such the hero. But let's see. If y'all help me out, if y'all know the name of that airman who was I can't remember their name. First thing that only comes to mind is Amelia Earhart, and that's a woman. I don't know, that's not it. Let me see. It says, good points. What if both parties are married in a relationship? What if they don't want to get married to each other, but enjoy each other's company? It's not fulfilling. It's still the same thing. It's not going to last. That's not going to last. You might get your, temporary enjoyment, but nothing on there lasts forever. Because how can you be happy having two families, two situations to attend to? Lies catch up. That's what I think. I think lies just catch up with you. And this is something that can't last forever. It's momentary. Enjoy it for the moment, I guess. But long term, it's not healthy. It's not healthy. And I mean, like, bringing something back to a spouse is the worst. Like, for God forbid that you get something from the side piece, because if she's side piecing with you, she might be side piecing with somebody else and another person. She brings something back to the family, and that poor dear wife gets infected. That's a terrible, terrible situation for someone to be in. And I wouldn't wish that on anybody. People don't think when they're in the moment. They think about the flesh and that's it. But contracting venereal diseases and bringing that home to the person that you said I do with is a don't. It's disgusting and should not be happening. I know one of them, 70 plus year old side chick is a sad thing. 60 plus year old side chick, 70 plus, none of it's good. Yeah, okay, so somebody else knows who that airman is, that pilot who's a superhero, American hero who, and I don't, I mean, I'm not saying, and I know it was a question, in the classroom that I worked in. Was he a good person because of what he did, or was he a bad person because of his personal life? Who's there to judge, It's very arguable. Women have side pieces too, not just men. That's true. Cheating on your husband. cheating on your boyfriend. Mm. But you know what? I've even heard of situations where people have side pieces but get mad if they think their significant other has a side piece. Oh, I can do what I want to do, but if you do it too, screw you. That rhymes. But like, it just goes to show people want things done to them that they don't want other people they want to do. They want to do things that they don't want done to them. And that's not cool. Women do have side pieces. This goes for women and men, but right now I'm speaking more so toward women. I think it's more popular for women to be the side piece because the ratio of women to men is higher. I feel like women um, carry on this role quite a bit more than men do for some reason. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody pull out some statistics? This is me just thinking um, about how these things typically go in the situations I've heard, have known, have watched. I mean, hey, it's no good either way if it's a man or a woman. Being a side piece is wrong, and there is a downside to being a side piece. It's not worth the hassle, and it's no true fulfillment. And if you find yourself in these situations, you have to check your mental health. You have to check, like, why am I settling for this? What went wrong in my life that I feel like I need and I deserve to settle for this? Why am I deserving of this? Or why do I feel like I'm going to settle for this? Because what you're doing is settling ultimately. You're not choosing this as, I mean, who says, no, I don't want to be somebody's wife. I don't want somebody to come home to every day and have this whole family life where I get, you know, legal involvement. And if anything happens, I get benefits and be the beneficiary of something. Who wants that life? No, I just sign me up to get my feelings hurt. To me, to get bits and pieces and crumbs of somebody. That's more important. I don't know who in the right mind would say that, but I don't think anybody really chooses that. I feel like you're doing it because, like, again, some bad mental health issues, some anxiety, some depression. A lot of depressed people. This is a lot of the way that some depressed people take out their depression. So I've heard. Okay, not all, but some. You think they'd be in a room with a dark light, moping, sobbing, and crying, but no, some people will be a side piece to make themselves feel better. Some people will date side pieces who are depressed to make themselves feel better because they can't stand what's going on in their marriage. But there's no right side to being a side piece. It's all downhill eventually. It's like a stock market. It may go up, but might have a shift and go down eventually. At some point, you might be sky high up there, but lose your time, lose your money, lose your investment. Anybody else that says, too many men take pride in hitting somebody's woman. They do? It's a pride thing? Well, and I feel like if you're over the age of 30 and you take pride in that, like it's a big a badge of honor, like you're getting a purple stripe award, then something's matter with you. If people take pride in that, there's nothing happy about that. It's like you're trying to show off, you're trying to prove something. It sounds like narcissistic in a sense if people actually take pride in these behaviors. If you feel shame, you feel guilt. I'm not saying that's better, but I know definitely to take pride in it is not a good thing. If you're 20, if you're 17, 18 years old, okay, you're kids doing kid stuff. I'm not saying it's right or I'm excusing it, but I can see there's something kids brag about. But as adults, mature adults who have a lot going on for themselves, don't take pride in that. It's nothing prideful in being a side piece. Let's see. Also, discuss the cultural impact. Some countries, it is still okay for men to have more than one if he can support them. Also, the purpose of marriage has changed over time. Well, we all know, and certain cultures, it's okay. And some people are okay with having polyamorous relationships or marriages. That's different. That's something everybody agrees to, everybody knows. We talking about that sneak up, creep up, that sneaky, freaky around that, TLC, so I creep. That's the problem. But if you're in and everybody is aware of this polyamorous relationship that I'm not going to get into because that's none of my business as I drink my imaginary tea. Um That's different. Those are two different situations. That's not necessarily what I'm talking about. Hey, cuz is a person still considered a side piece if all parties involved are in agreement? Yeah, that's the polyamorous relationship that I was thinking um, about. I think if everybody knows, but technically, yeah, I guess one is a side piece if one person is married and one person's not. Something is just an agreement of the side piece. It's like you don't have to sneak around. You ain't got to creep no more. What did that guy on Martin say? Uh, Thinking of Roscoe or Jerome, I don't know. But you ain't got to creep no more. If everybody know what everybody doing behind closed doors. Cheating is immature, in my opinion. You know what, love? I agree. It's immature in my opinion too, but people do it. People cheated. I've cheated. I mean, we all have when we've done things when we were young and dumb, but it's not something that you want to brag about. That stuff hurts and karma, it comes back to bite you. But I mean, see, being a side piece, it's like, especially have children too. It's like, what do you tell your kids? Like, do you feel even guilty to get rid of your kids to hire a babysitter so you can go out with somebody else's husband? Like, are people thinking about that part? Like you getting a babysitter to get your kids to be watched to do something conniving and unjust. Maybe not a good idea. Like, what if your kids know? What if they find out? Like, what do you tell them? How can you be respectable to your children? It's like not just you is involved when you're a side piece. It's you. You have to think about your kids. You have to think about your reputation. What if it's somebody at work? What if it's your boss? What if it's just, I don't know. It's just like people just don't think about all the ramifications that come with playing this role, playing this game. Because it's a lot. And it's not something that's for the lighted heart, the fainted heart. Some people just don't care. Some people just have the mentality like, oh, I'll do whatever I want to do. And oh, well. But a lot of times, women as side pieces, they get attached. And the attachment, then they get angry that they can't have what they want. They can't have the full self. I know a friend of mine was telling me that a person that she was dealing with said, "I'm all yours, baby." And she said, "No, you're not." I said, "Wow, you're right." But because they'll never be all yours. They can say these little quirky things because it sounds romantic and, oh, I'm all yours, all for you, and send these little pictures saying, oh, this is all you. No, nothing is all you when you are a side piece. This is half of yours and half of somebody else's. This is a little bit you and a lot of somebody else's. Nothing will ever be all you. But you know what? It's side piece season. It's cuffing season. Sidebar, make sure you guys watch my cuffing season video because my cuffing season video is talking about getting cuffed. All right. And this is the season to get cuffing. Follow, la, 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 la. All right. To be a ho, 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 ho. That time of year. It's that time again. People doing it. September to about February, early March. That's when people getting them they cuff on. They getting them side pieces. Hey big head exes. Hey big head. Call up your exes and all that stuff. Yeah, all that good stuff. And if you guys like me, if you like me, you love me, make sure you tell somebody to subscribe to my channel, tune into these live streams. I like the more engagement, the better. Help my channel grow. Help a small Black YouTuber out, okay? And let somebody know. Got some real content. I have so many more ideas and topics, but I can't share them until I know the following is a little bit bigger than that. It's growing, but I need it to blow up, okay? And I guess on that note, if there is nothing else, thank you. I appreciate it. And if there is nothing else, make sure you subscribe to my channel and tell a friend, be a friend to me, and tell another friend to subscribe to. Make sure you comment on this video, watch the playback. All right, over and out. Bye.